China is going to eat our lunch? Come on, man. I mean, they're not bad folks, but guess what? They're not a competition for us.
On the surface, that's a really puzzling thing to say. Joe Biden's saying China is not really a threat. China is America's chief rival on the global stage, and nobody should know that better than Joe Biden. I mean, during the Obama-Biden administration, they actually recalibrated foreign policy to contain China. It was called the pivot. China has never loomed larger in our lives. Think about it. The economy, trade, espionage, now COVID-19. China has said openly that they want to supplant us as the world's superpower. But Joe Biden talks about China differently.
China is not our enemy.
Not a problem. What are we worried about? Come on, man.
He doesn't see them as a threat.
And I believed then what I believe now, that a rising China is a positive development.
He welcomes their rise as a global power. Why exactly? Perhaps it's personal. Perhaps it's about his family. Perhaps it's about the money. December 2013. Vice President Joe Biden is arriving in Beijing for a series of sensitive meetings with Chinese officials. The Chinese give him the red carpet treatment, literally. But also along for the trip, Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. During the visit, Joe Biden meets with Chinese Vice Premier Li and with President Xi.
A 2013 trip to China getting new attention this morning, not for what Joe Biden did, but for who he brought with him.
And what was Hunter Biden doing? We're not sure. He doesn't appear in many pictures of the official festivities. But what we do know is this. 10 days after father and son returned to the United States, Hunter Biden's small investment firm announced a $1 billion private equity deal with the Chinese government. And where did the capital come from for this deal? From the Chinese government itself.
Unknown to the press back then, Hunter Biden was forming a Chinese private equity fund, planning to raise money, including from Chinese investors. Years later, Hunter Biden acknowledged that during the trip, he met with a Chinese banker, which his spokesperson describes as a social visit, not a business one.
I believed then, and I'm even more convinced now, that a rising China is an incredibly positive development for not only China, but the United States and the rest of the world.